to renovate 103 units, right? Almost all of the common areas, all of the interior spacing, systems like the boiler. We will be doing the roof, all landscaping, outdoor, hallways, corner guards, rail guards, and then implementing social services, and we had 10 months to do it. Welcome to the new renovated Duncan Jens apartment.
Yeah.
Duncan Jens has been a blessing to me and some of the tenants here. We appreciate what was done to the building throughout the years.
Thank God for right now, and it's so beautiful, and I really enjoy my apartment.
I live here for 17 years. I don't have nothing to complain.
As far as Duncan Jens, it's a beautiful building for seniors, and I got no complaints.
I love Duncan Jens, and from the time I've been here, we have no problem.
We live lovely in here, like one family.
What motivated the creation of Duncan Jens was the parishioners of the church, St. Thomas, were aging and immigrants and not being wealthy people.
First generation Americans coming to America looking for that American dream, so often in roles of domestic roles.
It was predominantly service workers working in hotel industry, restaurant, factories.
Many of our parishioners drove taxi cabs because those were the opportunities available to immigrants at the time.
So as they began to age and retire, they needed affordable housing. And the priest at the time and the vestry got together and worked with the community to create the HDFC, which is to provide affordable housing for the seniors of St. Thomas.
My name is Father Michael William Henry Harris, and I am the organizer and builder of Duncan Jens Apartments, which is a subsidiary of St. Thomas Episcopal Church. The building where Duncan Jens Apartments is now, it was a PS 113, which was abandoned years before. We discovered that we needed to put a housing project there.
When you are a small working class parish who decides you're going to build 103 10,000 floorable square foot building here in Bushwick. And so one is access to capital.
When we looked at the cost of renovating, vis-a-vis the cost of tearing the building down and starting from scratch, the latter was more feasible. And the third challenge was securing a tested and professional team, which included the architect, the builder, the organizer, legal representatives, and the project management. And we did that very effectively.
What's a market rate apartment in Bushwick? One bedroom apartment, literally about $2,300 to $2,500. When Duncan Jens was appraised, and that was the rate. However, the residents pay about, I guess, $400 to $500 for a one bedroom apartment in Duncan Jens. Where would they be able to afford that?
The one thing, the rent not expensive. That's the best thing about it.
Well, the rent I pay here $198, and it's subsidized by the church, and I think HUD, I don't know. I guess I can have it better.
For 40 years, Duncan Jens remained a pillar in the community, but it was time to be committed to its next phase. And Father Sully was the rector who was willing to do so.
And now the community we knew in the 80s, that's no longer the community we have. The new board, the role that we play is, first of all, to stay united. And we have different gifts, we have different talents. And then, for example, Gillian is a lawyer, a priest, and Mr. Freeman is a finance person. So we don't approach things the same way, but we all need each other.
We made a conscious decision to, as much as we can, have the refinancing, the construction, all the parties involved be minority businesses, and certified minority-owned businesses.
It was like one family.
The contractor, them, they do a good job.
We realized that we had a commitment, but also an opportunity to use this building, its resources, to generate wealth for different people in our community who supported our cause.
I love my kitchen. I love my stove. Oh my goodness. And then my cabinets and the hallways. The toilet, new sink. It's beautiful. I feel like I live in a palace.
I have new cabinets, new kitchen. Everything in there is, I call it continental kitchen now. New bathroom, new bedroom, color. Look the color of these walls. God is in the midst of everything we do. I started to cry the other night and I told my kids, I don't know what God plans for me. But he did start a good thing here with this renovation for us.